Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars Week 77, Day 1. And of course, it is a red day today. So today, we are going to be doing two things, Red Guild War, and of course we got ourselves some faction. And since I haven't covered the video yet, which I will be doing very soon, actually there's like 2 or 3, maybe even 4 videos I want to get recorded tomorrow, and I should have time to do all of them. However, haven't done the event video yet, so with that being said, since it won't be included at this point, might as well go over some things with faction, and start off that as the very first thing we do to stream, for anyone curious in all things related to this. So, let me go buy my thingy as well. I don't want to forget to get our enchant. I feel like I always end up doing that, forgetting on it. So our restriction right now for it is blue and yellow, so you could use pretty much any kind of standard blue team. As you can see right over there, we basically have a truffle team set up. You can run Forest Troll, Double King, Gob Truffle into Hero using like Doomed Glaive or something. This particular version uses a much cheaper version of Mountain Crusher, Double King, Gob Truffle, Mirage Queen. This also allows you to partially use Rowan if you want to. You could use Double Tesla to go through the entirety of it, and yeah, should pretty much be pretty straightforward. As far as the battles that you want to do going deeper into the delves, you basically want to build your entire team out of 2 troops for the Pure faction, and those 2 troops are the Mirrored Queen and Copycat. The Mirrored Queen has a nice AoE, and the Copycat, basically in combination, these 2 troops will allow you to win the entire delve. They're actually the only 2 troops you need, so you can literally just go one the other if you want to go. Maybe start off with the tank if you want to, but you really only need these two. Copycat, which ends up creating a bunch of gems and acts as your mana generator with a 50% chance to summon a copy of whatever of a ally, and then the Mirrored Queen, which does oh, never mind, it's a single target damage, which makes it take a little bit longer, but still the same premise. Keeps chipping them down with a 50% chance to copy the enemy. So basically, you just keep chipping them down while constantly having summons. So you just get to keep constantly resummoning while having a bunch of slow damage output. And where you use Copycat as your mana accumulation and your Mirrored Queen as your damage. You can use a Glass Golem up front if you want as a tank. However, as long as you keep 1 copy of Copycat and 1 copy of Mirrored Queen, you'll be pretty good going into the final battle. And yeah, that's pretty much all you need going into it. So that's pretty much the game plan for that faction. Pretty straightforward faction. A little bit weird with one of its color restrictions, but the fact that it has blue opens it up to a lot of things. You can even use standard Iron Gut there. Maybe not as standard because you can't like Leprechaun or something yet, but you can still use like a what's his name for the transform if you want to. Either Mirage Queen for Curse, or you can use Possess King for the transform thing, and just kind of build him up around Mountain Crusher Apothecary. Ends up working out pretty well. Mountain Crusher Apothecary, Iron Gut, and Mirage Queen or Possess King either work out. Anyways, let's go get over to Guild Wars. So of course, Red Guild War is the main thing that we need to go head over to. Why won't this thing let me scroll? There it is. Now I can see chat. Hello, everyone. Hello, 02. Hello, Isabel. Hello, John. Hello, Birdleaf. Hello, Robert. Hello, Jonathan. Hello, Damon. Hello, Cinnamon. And hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Oh, yes, I did end up seeing the Animal Crossing video posted earlier today. Also, I didn't claim my orb. It is the 28th, so definitely don't want to miss out on that orb. But yeah, the Animal Crossing update's coming out in 2 days. I probably won't be streaming it till Sunday because I will be busy on Thursday. However, yeah, we'll probably stream it on Sunday because if I'm not mistaken, that's when the first fireworks show is. And since we're playing without time travel, that's the first time we could really show off everything that's in next patch. So yeah, we'll stream it on Sunday. Probably Sunday afternoon or so. Till later in the day, we'll probably do it. Yeah, we'll be doing that before the Gems of War stream. And we got a purple orb. Nice. So we actually got a good orb from our thing. But yeah, if you log in every single day, you get a free orb every 28th. That's not too much, but it adds up. Oh, so we got a lot of free gems this week, too. I mean, this month. Nice. Anyways, that's that. Other things. Let's go, and we already finished our campaign. Let me go do Guild Wars. Let's get into our Guild Wars already. So, Guild War team. I believe I am currently running a different team than what we were running last time. We're not running Yalgoi Queen Atani anymore. We end up switching over to a Skull Spam team, if I'm not mistaken, where we end up centering around Zugoff. So with this team, it's premised around creating a bunch of blue into a troop that has immune to freeze. This is mostly because the amount of, oh gosh, they're using the other build though. The amount of, what's it called, are really high. The amount of Frost Mages. However, this one's starting to get pretty popular too, using Ferocity. Ferocity does additional damage to Reds, And this thing is very tanky. It has a 50% reduction, has insanely high skull damage. We can normally get rolling quicker than it, though. One nice thing about this team is 2 different things that create blue. And Zugaf is immune to freeze, so you're never going to actually lose your turn with all this mana accumulation. And then you just kill them out with Zugaf and be good to go. Main thing we'd want to definitely do in this battle is one-shot Ferocity, then one-shot Ketris the Bull. And hopefully we'll be won by then. It also has the Bully Null Troop over here, which does do additional damage to red enemies. However, that seems like a little bit of a weird pick because it's so mana blocked that I don't think it's going to do anything compared to if you put Leprechaun or something else there. Maybe he ran out of slots, but I guess he's trying to use the half mana start. But even then, it's still completely blocked by Ketris the Bull. It'd almost make more sense to have Bully Null one whole slot upwards if you're going to do that team. It just seems a little bit weird in that exact order, but still, we can get completely wrecked by Ferocity, so gotta be careful. I'm currently running with 20% into 2 seasons. I guess that's fine for this team. Yeah, I think that would work. Let's see. I think that would work here. Oh, so hello, Sam. Hello, Drock Savage. And hello, Hanty. Welcome, welcome. I think we'll roll with this. Just trying to look for anything that we might need to revamp. So we're using Dragon Guard right now. Let me make sure I actually have Dragon Guard set to everything we should. So we have extra attack in PvP, and yes, Guild Wars does count as PvP. Offensively or defensively still counts as PvP. So if you have any traits that trigger only in PvP, they do work in Guild Wars. We have immune to burning and all that. That's not really going to help us, but the other ones are going to be pretty useless. Let's see. Burn a random enemy when an ally dies. I'd rather have the barrier at start. A little bit additional damage or Firestorm. Firestorm might actually be beneficial this time around rather than the extra damage. But if we skull spam quick enough, it's better to have the damage. A little bit extra stats, sure. A little bit extra red mana because we don't need banish. And a triple damage to burning, which will work pretty well. Okay, let's go do this. I don't think we need to revamp anything then. And our banner's into all in on blue and a little bit of red because we use so much red. And I think we should be good to go. Also, hello, Liz! Welcome. Okay, I don't think we need to revamp anything else. Let's get into things. And it also has a passive 40% score reduction, which will be pretty handy since he has very high skull output. Okay, yellow to blue. Let's see. Wait, this is green to blue, right? Just making sure. And it is. Okay, we should be good to go. Take that. Zugaf. Where do we cast you? I'm just double checking the board to see if we have anything. Okay, let's kill out his first slot. I think that's the biggest threat. And get a bunch of extra turns. Unfortunately, we are entangled right now, so that will substantially reduce our damage output. I have to go for this double skull, which will do 0 damage to him just for the sake of him not getting it. Which is a little bit unfortunate, but we gotta do it. So grab all that. Gonna have a nice burst damage soon. We do not have a... Actually, we do have a Cascade for that, so let me grab that Cascade. Once again, not really doing too much damage, but still need to do it. Let's see. I'll go for that. Okay, he'll create a lot of red there. He's going to get a Ketris here. Oh, he has the other one too. That might actually get a one-shot on us. Luckily, we do have this. I don't believe we have alignment on it, though. We don't have enough blues on the board yet to make that work. Unless we can move the board enough to make it so. Which, so far, somewhat. I'm not sure if that's worth going for. I think it actually is. Just because, how much is that AoE damage? Ah, not enough to go first slot. Not enough. Wait, is it? Combined with boost ratio? Wait, that might be enough. Never mind. Oh gosh, it is! Barely. The 5 damage extra that it got was enough to kill it out. Wow. We just killed his entire team with skull spam while being entangled. Good job, skull spam. That's pretty funny. I should probably double check each time if they do have entangle, which is going to be very common. Luckily, this one does not actually have entangle, though it does have infinite loop, which almost makes me want a frost mage. This could be very dangerous without going frost mage. However, if we kill at least one of them with quick kill, we should be fine. So I'm going to risk not using frost mage here. Again, not the best starting board. Our previous starting board was much better. I could go for a convert into a convert. I'm not sure we even have alignment if I do that. I don't think we do. Try to see what our options are. I think the best bet is just to take a red here. And see where that brings us next turn. Oh yeah, blue to skull. But you can take quite a bit of mana by converting the thing over, and he's just going to hit on barrier. Though I don't think that's full mana, which is the only concern. I think we might have follow-up, though, so I'm going to go for it. So we did that. He gets a little bit of mana there, but not enough to get going. And we do have our alignment, so this should be matched, because now we can go for our instant kill. As long as we don't miss this instant kill skull, we should be fine. We can't target hero here, but... Oh, wow, he actually upgraded his little legend as well. He actually went down the route of truffle, oddly enough. I think I'm going to hit on this. So we got our triple kill there. And I believe that's enough just to finish him. Yeah, we just go with this. Boom, dead. There we go. Wipe out his entire team in 2 casts. I like that. A triple kill in 1 cast and then the other cleanup. Very nice. Okay, battle number 2. We got another ferocity build. This one with countering out brown immediately, which we don't use, so it's not too big a deal. However, since we don't use it, that could still be annoying. It says blue to red convert, which technically is helpful. Though it does convert away the blue for my double converters, but we'll see how this goes initially. The biggest concern here is how much that will start get rolling once he does. So yeah, he has a lot of red creation, which might be beneficial to us. However, if he gets going too strong, that could go a little bad on our part. So we do have to be careful if we overcommit to our damage. This could backfire heavily. I'm not sure if I want to cast yet. However, if we do have quite a bit of mana we can grab right now. So he's going to hit on barrier for his first hit. Though I feel like I should save that for later. Let's see, what are his 2 converts right now? Brown to red, which will currently do nothing. And blue to red, which will currently do nothing if I take this red. So let's take this red. He'll do one of his things and completely miss, and we just won. Easy as that. Not guaranteed yet, though, but it's pretty much a win. We got almost full mana on everything. I don't have alignment, though, is the only problem here. Actually, yes, I do. What kind of I do? I can go cast this, which will give us better Doom Skull alignment. How do we set this up? So I do want to go for this first, because I'm trying to get Doomed Crossbow down. And we do have alignment on Doomed Crossbow now. Do I want to cast this other one, too? I think we're fine without it. And wait for the next board. So we'll do this, get a big burst. So I'll die. Now would be a good time to go Zugoff. We have alignment there. Though I already have full mana, so I don't think it's worth going for. We can take this yellow over. However, I kind of want to keep the yellows on the board for our other convert. So we'll go instant kill his last slot just to make sure it doesn't cast. We'll go for another poke here. I do have alignment now on this, which I do actually want to go for now. I want to take the upper one first, so we can take the lower one after. And get Zugoff again. Unfortunately, that's not full mana Zugoff, but we have it on the board, so it doesn't matter. And it's match, he's dead. Oh yeah, oops, I forgot. We can't target you, though. It doesn't really matter. And then we just Zugoff again. I think I'll take the red, just in case that actually helps us get higher score, and dead. Easy. Oh, I should have taken Skull. Instant kill does lower your score. Or not lower your score, but it doesn't count as damage. I think we'll be fine that way. But you do have to make sure you take a little bit of skulls there. Otherwise, you're not going to get as much damage output. Okay, same team again. It really comes down to how we start on how this battle will go. We could easily lose this team. But with a strong enough start, we should be fine. Just got to really pay attention to the starting board. So we do have alignment right now. However, I'm not sure if I want to go for it. Actually, I might have to. He has blue to red, doesn't he? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, we're going to have to. That's a bit of a bad board then. So we're going to have to go for this and just see where that moves us. That's a bit of a dilemma. We're just going to have to go all in. Okay, we do have full mana now. That's a good sign. I can one-shot Ferocity then. Let me just make sure I take everything off the board. I don't think we have anything else we need to move around. So we can now go instant kill his Ferocity. And he's already dead. Well then. That works. That's kind of funny. Did he just 4 times kill? I'm pretty sure we just 4 times killed. And then we have a Wild Queen team. Interesting. A little bit different than the other teams we've been seeing from this guild. He probably has Entangle here. Though similar to that other battle, we're probably going to completely ignore the fact that he has Entangled. Though I kind of do want to use 1 cleanse just in case. Yeah, he does have Entangle. You know what? I'm going to replace one of my seasons with a cleanse just to try to speed it up a little bit. Because we kept it the entire battle, that one battle. And I'd prefer to have it away after a few turns. And this will help us do so. So we'll get rid of some of our durability and damage for cleanse. And we should be on pace for 9,600. This is a team that can do that, as long as we don't mess up. Though I did fail a little bit on the one previous battle and not taking as much skull damage, which might have hurt our score slightly. Oh yeah, we did, because it's only 7,859 right now. Yeah, you got to be careful with instant kill. If you have the option to instant kill or take skulls, you should take skulls, not instant kill, because it will lower your points, which I didn't do that one battle. Okay, ooh, this could be bad. He's gonna get a decent leprechaun, and I can't really stop it. Though it might help us in that he board clears for us into a good board. Did he help me? Not really. The board is still pretty bad for me. And also skulls still do nothing. However, I am going to have to go for it. I don't think we have another option, really, other than to block his skull. Well, at least we got some red off the sky from it. So he's got a wild queen here. That's obviously pretty bad. I don't really have a good move. Oh, yes, I do. Never mind. We got him a good move. I'm actually not going to take that green, because I'm going to hope we have alignment after the fact. So we're going to go for this, get a bunch of mana. We got a little bit of mana. Oh, good. We do have it in the corner. Never mind. That's match. I'm pretty sure it's pretty close to match. I need to take a red here somehow, though. And I did not see a way to do so. But we'll take that and hope it gets us closer. And yes, we got our red. Perfect. Okay. Do we have alignment anywhere? No. Are we sure about that? Yes. Yeah, I don't believe so. So we'll take that. Do we have alignment now? No. I'm trying to get blue to Doom's Goal alignment. Ideally. What's this again? Yellow to blue? That's not going to help us here. Okay, we're just going to have to go for Zugov and kill Wild Queen. And now we have alignment. Perfect, dead. We won. That's match. We're pretty close to it. Do we have alignment for full mana? No. Do we have a skull? No. Do we have Doom Skull alignment? Yes. Is that enough to kill? Yes, dead. One. There we go. And that is Guild Wars! That should be over 9,500. I don't think we broke 9,600, though. Just do a couple mistakes here or there. Oh, no, never mind. We did. 9,644. Never mind. There we go. Did Salty ever say anything about canceling the stream? I don't know. People said that she was going to stream last night. I didn't actually catch it, but based on what you just said, I assume she didn't stream. But there we go. Almost 9,700, actually. We would have probably gotten like 9,666 if we didn't mess up on that one battle. I should have taken skulls rather than Zugov killing. It probably would have boosted our score by at least like another 20, 30 or so. Pretty nice still. Can't complain about 9,600 plus. What's the best score I've ever gotten? I believe ever slightly below or above 9,700 is the high score I've ever gotten. So this I don't believe was the high score. But if I ever get like a 9,750, I would know for sure that's the highest I've ever gotten. I can't recall if I've ever gotten over 9,700. I think I may have once. That or was like ever so slightly below 9,700, like a 9,689 or something. But around there was probably the highest I ever scored. Realistically, anything above 9,600 is max score, I would say. Just because everything above 9,600, for the most part, is based on luck. So anything above that's pretty solid. I'll say anything above 9,500 is still pretty solid, too. Let's see. It's theoretically possible to get closer to like 9,800, I believe. I forget what absolute max is for like playing like ultra perfect luck. If I'm not mistaken, it is actually theoretically possible to break 10,000, though no, I don't think anyone ever has, because you'd have to win almost every single battle the second it starts, which is like near impossible to do. But yeah, I think the highest anyone has ever gotten was either high 9,700s or very, very exceedingly low 9,800s. But if you won every single battle on the very first turn, you could theoretically get 10,000, though it is statistically impossible. I don't think I've ever seen a single one-turn win. And by one-turn win, I mean you literally have to cast one thing and then win. If you could do that, and I'm not talking about like cast a mana generator, then cast the one thing. I mean literally just cast something instantly as the battle starts and then win off of that. So yeah, there's not currently anything that can even remotely attempt to do that. At most it would like take like 2 turns. But even that would still probably score pretty high there. Anyways, let's claim all of our loot. Wait, did I ever donate gold to the guild this week? I believe I did. I think we did like 2 million yesterday, didn't we? I always feel like I forget. Okay, good. I did end up getting around to it. And we're using the pay-to-win pet. Well, it's technically cosmetic. Actually, I'm the only person in the guild who's using it. Am I the only person in my entire guild who bought the pass? Or does no one else want to use it as their pet? But there we go. Anyways, let's go into seasons. Actually, yeah, that's not even what we're going to need. Let's go do dailies. Let's go run magic. I don't have any of them set to magic right now. That's the one I normally have set to magic, but I have it set up for the World Lore event. I'll override it with magic for now, because we're going to be going into delves pretty heavily to that. I will probably say the World Lore event and then more so for tomorrow. I only have 4 battles right now anyways. Not going to get that many in. But, yeah, let's go save it for later. Anyways, campaign's not what I want. We're already done with the campaign. We finished that out in a single day. Finished that all out last night. We'll have the video on it soon, TM. But, let me go grab, where's my team? Where's my Phoenicia team? We can also Rowan quick kill, but let's go Phoenicia today. Phoenicia! It's not who I'm looking for. Phoenicia! So, hello, Sir Skeptical! Welcome! Let's go explode all that. Get our Phoenicia wipe. Dead. Rinse repeats. Lasted the entire time. But all the videos I should be able to get up tomorrow. Or at least recorded tomorrow if they're not specifically up. As I mentioned, I'll be busy Thursday, so even though Animal Crossing update's happening that day, I'll be doing it on Sunday instead. Plus, we couldn't even do the new feature anyways, since we're not time traveling. And it only happens on Sundays, every Sunday on August. It should be pretty fun. And of course, this Friday for Gems of War, we have ourselves a, actually, I already forgot the event. Fail. I know we have something. It was Bounty Hunter. We have Bounty Hunter this Friday. So that's a good time to go do loot. And it's a new Bounty Hunter troop, not a repeat. I'm not sure why we got a repeat Bounty Hunter that one time. It was really weird. But we do have a new Bounty Hunter troop coming in this Friday. Which is both a good thing and a bad thing. It's good because we get new content. It's bad because most of it's pretty dead and it's actually way cheaper if it's a repeat. What about Purple Slayer, Possessed King, Infernus, and Fist of Zorn? For what? Quick killing? It would work pretty good. Slayer is actually one of the best hero classes for sheer overall quick damage. It's just normally riskier. But for quicker battles like this, it would go down pretty quick. But for this, you normally want to go one big AoE, unless you're referring to a different game mode. Or wait, or is that purple? Wait, is that red guild? No, this can't be red. Oh no, what is that team for? Because it's probably gonna be too slow if you're talking about doing it for dailies, or even for dungeons. At least relative to Phoenicia. For one turn winning? Like, for what specific one-turn winning, though? Because for something like this, I feel like it'd be slightly too slow. Because you'd have to win in multiple waves of damage. Well, I explain about Luna on Sunday. Sure. I've never actually played an Animal Crossing that has had Luna in it. I'll probably look into it, obviously, before we do our stream. I might even have my island uploaded already. But for my understanding of it, it basically lets you save a copy of your island that anyone can visit. One interesting aspect about it is it, in past Animal Crossings, it allowed you to save the exact time of day and the year. So, for example, if you saved it during a fireworks festival, it would be a fireworks festival whenever anyone goes to your island. I'm not sure if that's still going to be the case, but there's a possibility it might. Okay, so we cleared out that. Let's go clear our dungeons. One of the reasons for using this team is it does allow us to clear out both different ones with the same one. Oh, you mean for perfect Guild War purple possibilities? Yeah. I personally prefer doing Wild Queen builds for purple. But, yeah, what you just mentioned is pretty good. Would work out pretty well for that. I don't know, I'm just always a fan of Wild Queen in those instances. Because if you fall behind, she's really good at making a comeback. Like, she could solo the entire team with enough luck. I'll throw that down. Oh, what else we need? Get our explosions. Get a nice big AoE. And there we go. Okay, nice. Okay, next order of business. We clear out that, Let's go run through mirrored halls, which, as I mentioned earlier, we can run Truffle. Let's see, should we change it up to something else? Truffle obviously is more so for the later battles, not for like the super, super early ones. Though theoretically, you can run Truffle for the entire time if you so choose. So this is the team we currently have set, while we're still leveling the Obelisk as well. Mountain Crusher, Double King, Gob Truffle into the Mirage Queen. I kind of want to build into Rowan Quick Kill. We have Apothecary to Mountain Crusher too. We do have access to yellows. So any big yellow. Oh! 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 This is a really expensive team. Oh, wait. Guard's not yellow? Oh, never mind. Guard is just spelt really weird. Oh! What's the other component we needed? Oh, isn't it one of Leprechaun? Ooh. I can still run Apothecary or something. There we go. Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, Guard's Avatar, Sir Quentin Hadley, go. And we'll run this with a half mana star hero class. What's not useless? Let's go Titan. Titan. I think it doesn't count as elemental. I don't think so. I think we're good to go. Make sure our banner has a +1 for our Apothecary. We're also having brown. So let's try this one. Perfect. No, it is not. Never mind. What's a color we don't use? Mine's purple. Oh, you can't set it to minus purple. Nice again. Mine's purple. There we go. That's what I need. +2 brown, +1 blue. There we go. Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, Guard's Avatar, Sir Quentin Hadley. We'll run this. That'll be our team then. And then we just do one-shot Guard's Avatars. And I do need to switch to armor, however, let me go do a battle before we do. Trying to do Purple Guild War with no good mythics or Ishbala is frustrating. Well, you have Leprechaun to work with. Purple has some other skull spams too, if you happen to have them. Like Keeper of Souls, you can try building around. Trying to think of what else is pretty good for purple that might be easy to obtain. You can build a Creeping Deathloop team. It was really old meta back in the day, and does get hard countered by Submerge. But if they're not running Submerge, it's still not horrible to build around. The only problem is it's a single color, pure color weapon, which can make it slightly clunky. But Leprechaun is definitely like one of the base things you'd want to build around with lower rarity stuff, since it's something pretty accessible and would act as your mana accumulator. Even in stronger teams, you would still use Leprechaun for it, but particularly in weaker ones, since it's super cheap to get your hands on. Glaceon could work. Even a first slot Glaceon. And then mana generating off of a different purple like Leprechaun. So you could go like Glaceon, Hero with something, Leprechaun, and then one other option. You're probably going to need a second damage source though. It's probably best to use a troop then to put it onto Hero. Since worst comes to worst, Hero could just go, actually, what would Hero go in that instance? I'm trying to think of like cheap purple weapons that are good there. Actually, Merritt of Reflection would almost be good. You would just need a hefty mana accumulator though, as your second one. But Merritt of Reflection off that Silverglade one, I believe, hero class, that ends up giving that one weapon after 250 wins. But getting Merritt of Reflection into it could actually work pretty good. A Merritt of Reflection onto Glaceon. And Furnace would only work if you were using a triple damage hero class with the Glaceon. That might also have mana accumulation issues, because if Leprechaun's your only a mana accumulator for Hero, Glaceon, and Furnace, you're probably not going to get too much mana. Without like a converter or something. Especially since it's pure color team. And it's one slightly bad thing about Leprechaun is when your entire team's like a single color, he's a little bit less effective. Not by much though. Yeah, reflection of good. I always call it like stream. What happened? Let's see, is it back up? There we go. That was weird. How long does stream go down for? I just noticed that. Fail. It didn't like go all the way down, but it cut a bit there. At least on my end it showed it did. Also, that's weird. What happened with this room? It didn't have glory here earlier, and now it does, again. That's weird. But yeah, the glory room is back to normal. It wasn't working properly earlier. Let's see. Yeah, YouTube's weird about updating it. On my end, it almost looked like it went down for like 15 seconds. Alright, we'll take this battle, kill out the other one. It should be good to go. And it should be able to one-shot the entire way. I just need to remember to go switch to armor. I didn't do that initially because we were already in the menu stage. But yeah, this actually gives a purpose to Guard's Avatar. Guard's Avatar, generally a troop that's not really used. However, you may have noticed, you've seen me use him a little bit over the last like half a year or so in delves. The main reason for this is ever since we got these armor tokens, he's actually been really good as a delve option ever since we got plus 24 armor. It's one of the few additional benefits that tokens end up giving. End up changing the meta quite a bit here and there. But one of the fun ones is the fact that we can actually use Guard's Avatar in our daily or Tuesday delves now, assuming it's applicable. This is most applicable whenever we have access to yellow, due to the fact that we can use it with Circuit and Hadley, which will half mana start our Guard's Avatar, which allows us to quick kill with Guard's Avatar. But whenever you can use both Guard's Avatar and Circuit and Hadley, while it's not always the best option, it is a pretty decent option normally to consider running for your daily, or your, I keep saying daily, but for your Tuesday delves, assuming that there's not other better options. This is by no means the best option, but it's a pretty solid one when you don't have other options available, like Rowan, quick kill. It's basically just using Rowan quick kill, just with a higher mana cost. It's a lot more similar, I guess, to a Phoenicia team in that regard, except it has even higher damage threshold than Phoenicia. Assuming it doesn't get hit. Of course, we can get hit like right there where it loses a lot of its damage output. Who did dislike the stream? I don't know. Probably someone who wanted the event video. We'll have it out soon, TM. No worries. It shall be out. I'll throw that down. Did it go down for a split second? That's being weird. We've been doing so good with connection lately as well. Is the Merritt Hall's weapon worth picking up? Last I recalled, it's useless. I'll go double check what it is again. I actually don't recall it. But yeah, let me go over that real quick. Because it's only available today. So if you do want to pick it up, you have till the end of today. You have like another 6 or so hours until you can't get it for like months. I'm pretty sure last I recall it's useless, but you might still want it for collection purposes and stuff like that. But let me see. Is it any good? Oh, also I forgot to go get the Mace of Golvania. I'll probably mention it during the video. I'll probably deliberately not get it since I already don't have it now. Mirrored Orb. Give Reflect to an ally and give them life boosted by... Oh yeah, it's useless. You should never use this weapon. Gosh, it's 16 mana cost too. This could be 9 mana cost and would still be useless. It could be 3 mana cost and probably still be useless. Just because you have to waste your turn just to cast it. This could be empowered for free, 0 mana cost. And it might still be useless. But yeah, you wouldn't want to get that weapon to actually use. If you want a weapon to use, Doom Scythe is the way to go this week. Well, Oblivion I don't believe is good. No. Yeah, Doom Scythe's the only viable weapon that's available this week. Though don't forget to pick up Mace of Golvania if you haven't, for collection purposes, particularly if you're all the way in end game and have pretty much everything in the game. Because you don't have Mace of Golvania, this is the first week it's been available. So do pick that up. We'll slowly get all those weapons. Yeah, I actually don't have all the weapons in the game because we need all the we need all the weapons that come in through the weekly things now. But it's not that big a deal. They're all useless tier weapons that will never be used. But it's still worth picking up, so don't forget to go pick it up. But yeah, as far as the weapon for Mirrored Halls, you can completely skip it. And if you do want it, if you could just do it by doing the event. You don't have to use your crafting material for it. You can simply go and craft, or not craft it, but obtain it through buying packs in the current event. Mirrored Halls is the second best faction in the entire game to farm, only behind that of City of Thieves. So you'd get pretty good value from it. But yeah, you'd have to throw down 90, 210, 410. You can use 410 gems instead of all the crafting material to get it. And you'll get a bunch of battles into this delve. And a few other loots along the way. Worth considering if you do want the weapon just for having it. However, it is a pretty bad weapon. You would never actually use the weapon. Do I not play old school RuneScape anymore? I haven't for about 2 years. I still have my Defense Pure. My main did get hacked. I actually had a near max main for the first time ever in RuneScape. And actually got hacked. But my Defense Pure didn't. And that's actually almost a max Defense Pure as well. Nearly 99 in every skill, or non-combat skill. And pretty much an optimal defense build. Not sure if I was eventually ever going to max it. It takes a while. Very time consuming. It's a game I'll probably come back to. RuneScape in general is a game that I've probably quit more times than like any other game. Yet still have played it over the years. I've gone, I think 2 or 3 years without playing it now. But who knows, maybe I'll eventually revisit it. But, yeah, gosh, I have a lot of hours overall in RuneScape. It might actually still be the highest amount of game time I ever have in any one game. This game that we're currently playing, Gems of War, we have like 12,000 hours in, I believe. Yeah, 12,205 hours. I believe I still have overall more play time in RuneScape, if you count the fact that multiple accounts are playing at the same time. If you count that, it's easily above that play time, if you count it across every account. But I've been playing that game since, like, gosh, 2001 or something? 2002? Well, it's been on and off. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Grab, yeah, I've always loved defense pures in old school RuneScape. Defense builds in general, I always love in various games. I wish this game had better defense, reflect tanks. It's something they kind of added but didn't do as well. But, yeah, I really like defense pure build, especially when summoning was a thing. The funnest time to be a defense pure, probably in RuneScape's history, was around 2009 or 2010, when defense pures had summoning and were just absolutely, like, absurd. Because not only did you have all the benefits that a defense pure would normally have, but you also had summoning and could just one-shot someone with a summon. Yeah, the only problem is it only worked in multiplayer areas. But you could be like a build that is like unkillable and have like one-shot capabilities towards your level range while only being considered like a level 50 something. It's pretty absurd. If I'm not mistaken, the best summon in the game was actually a defense-related one, if not mistaken. Or one of them was, pretty late in there. And because whatever stat it ended up doing gave you XP towards it. So obviously you had to go defense for it so you didn't get XP in something else that would level you further. But it was fun times. I really wish old school RuneScape would have had something like that. My biggest issue with old school RuneScape is as they keep updating it, it keeps going further away from what old school RuneScape should actually be. And it's kind of disappointing. Because it's slowly morphing into, like, not RuneScape. It's not as bad as RuneScape 3 in that regard. Like, RuneScape 3 is almost not even recognizable as RuneScape anymore. But it's getting there. Let's see. I'll take that for now. Grab our reds. And wipe it out. Let's see. I'll take this 1 point. Gosh, we got all 1.3 rooms. Yeah, that's another problem with old school RuneScape too. Almost every single piece of content is built against and basically towards max mains. Not for pures, not for like any other builds, not for specific accounts, just for max mains. Let's see, we'll go to this one. What do we even go for here? I'll take that for now. Grab our other little bit of mana. Need to get Apothecary up. Mountain Crusher with Web won't do anything though. It used to have one guarantee explosion, but they ended up removing all explosions from weapon affixes. So we don't have that anymore. So casting Mountain Crusher while webbed is pretty pointless there. Oh good, double treasure room. So we'll take this one, take bottom right, take bottom left, be good to go. Yeah, so you can use Apothecary to very effectively mana generate any brown in the game. She's actually one of the best converters in the game because she has Cleanse attached to her ability as well. And 4 times Cleanse is, as you guys know, absurdly strong. Anything that's 4 times Cleanse is good. But she gets it for extra turn pretty much every time. Hello, Defiant! Welcome! But yeah, the main thing I wish old school RuneScape had, which probably would have made me stay around forever, because I know one thing I love playing is Barbarian Assault. And one nice thing about it is defense peers can do every single role in Barbarian Assault except for attack, effectively. It can still do attack roll, but to get points, but you know, it can't really do it effectively. But it can do the other 3 roles effectively. And that was probably one of my favorite minigames in the game, which it did have. However, it didn't have Stealing Creations, which came a little bit later, because it had summoning and everything in it. But Stealing Creations was by far my favorite thing ever in RuneScape, especially on the defense peer build. It was such a fun little minigame to the game. But old school RuneScape didn't have that. And it gave a point to basically every single skill in the game, so that skillers can actually have like a minigame to focus on. The rewards for it were extremely broken, as far as how effective they were. But the actual game mode was a lot of fun. And what's really disappointing is they added some kind of Battle Royale minigame that no one really wanted, instead of adding, what's it called, like years back. I wasn't even playing the game yet at that time. But years back, when old school RuneScape first started, they basically had the choice between recreating something like Stealing Creations or going down what every single game does and making a Battle Royale. And they chose to make a Battle Royale. And now no one plays that game mode. It's completely dead content. It's Stealing Creations would have been like the best thing ever. Not sure why they went down that route. Probably the biggest mistake old school RuneScape has ever made. Among many other things. But that's probably the biggest. Because they followed the whole Battle Royale trend into the ground. Let's see. Yes, the rewards for the free is pretty bad. However, the value in the free rewards is not in the rewards itself, it's in the stats that you get. The effective value of the stats that you get when fully maxed, when doing it in pure factions, is actually pretty okay. The actual loot that you get is like the most abysmal ever. However, the value of the stats is pretty decent, particularly when referring to pure faction delves, because it gives you basically a whole potion effect, which is normally like 200 gems worth, for any delve in the entire game, even when it's not normally potion effectable. So, for example, when it's not the event. So it's going to be really good for getting pure factions done, and might even save you spending thousands of gems to get a pure faction done. Meaning, if you can get even one level 500 pure faction done while having the higher stats, you would have saved yourself effectively at least 2,000 gems. So in that regard, it's pretty good value. However, the actual loot that you get, yes, is extremely pitiful. The loot that you get for free off the campaigns from completing out the full campaign is nearly zero, especially due to the amount of costs that you have each week. Like, for example, this week you had to open 3 summoning stones and 2 event keys, I believe it was, in stuff just to be able to go and get it done. And if you accumulate all those, like the cost of all those, you're almost barely breaking even on the free pass. It's pretty bad in that regard. But the value is not from the actual drops, it's from the stats. That's where all the value is on the free pass, because you still get the entirety of all the extra stats when you buy the or do the free pass thingy that they have. But yes, all the good unique drops are all underneath pass, which is pretty unfortunate. It's my biggest concern about the pass in general going forward, is that they basically paid-walled all the better content. You can still get it all later, but it's going to be so much later that they're and some of them will cost us so much. Like, for example, the Mythic will cost 4,000 diamonds, whereas you get it for 10 bucks with all the other stuff when you buy the pass over the 10 weeks. It's a little bit unfortunate they're paywalling it. Let's see. The instant kill and devour do not count as points in Guild Wars. Yes, both of them do not count as points in Guild Wars. One of the things that determines how many points you get in Guild War is how much damage you do. And there are various things in Guild Wars that do not count as damage. I'm not sure exactly of a full list, but some of them that I know for sure that do not count are burn, poison, stat reduction, instant kill, and devour. And death mark, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if I'm missing a few, but all those mechanics do not count as damage in Guild Wars. The main kind of things that count as damage on Guild Wars is anything that does damage off its ability, or skulls. Those are like the main two things that actually count as damage. But you still get a lot of points. The thing is, if you're using like instant kill or one of those mechanics, you just have to make up for it by doing a lot more damage than the enemy. But if you take like enough damage to almost kill out one of your troops, yet you kill almost everything on the opposing team with Devour or instant kill, you're going to lose a lot of points that way. However, if you kill them very quickly but take almost no damage along the way, but you're doing it with Devour or instant kill, you'll pretty much get the full amount of points, not noticing any reduction, which is why you notice we still got 9,600, even though we're primarily using an instant kill team. And the reason for that was we were taking so minimal damage from having barrier at start and 40% reduction and taking skulls so they wouldn't hit us back, that it basically allowed us to keep their damage output minimum. So even though ours was lower, we were still doing substantially more than them. Armor tier does not count as damage. However, the follow-up damage does. So for example, if you're like using Mang, the armor tier doesn't count as damage because it's stat reduction. Stat reduction doesn't count. But the damage that it does as follow-up does. And obviously anything that you do with skulls, with that extra damage does as well. But no, any stat reduction does not count. Let's see. Also, gaining stats does not count for any points in any ways, which I think is kind of self-explanatory, but still, it's one of the reasons why stat increasing options are generally not used. One of the few exceptions to that is Wild Queen, because it reduces their attack, which is effective for reducing how much skull damage they do, which is helping you gain more points in that regard. However, very rarely will you ever actually use stat increases in Guild Wars, mostly due to the fact that it's basically wasting your turn, especially if you're gaining stats without gaining any potential of extra turn. It's one of the reasons it's always so disappointing whenever they add like something that increases stats into the game. Not only are they normally dead content instantly because they're just bad, but even if they were somewhat good, they wouldn't be viable for things like Guild Wars normally. Just because of how Guild Wars works and gets scored. I wonder if they ever will change up how Guild Wars gets scored. They made a mention like in the past that they might have considered at some point like doing a change to it, but they never got around to it. They're still supposedly doing a treasure hunt and arena rework later this year, which will be really interesting to see how that pans out. Both of those are not necessarily completely dead content, but there's stuff that you tend to only do later in the game and then completely ignore, or there's stuff that you almost do earlier in the game and you just completely ignore later in the game, I mean. But, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see how it pans out overall. Oh yeah, Divinia is an exception because that's cleanse and mana accumulation. So the HP is basically free. Davinia is one of those exceptions. That's mostly because she already does so much with her ability that it's pretty much automatic. Like, you're not really going out of your way to get stats. It's just kind of baked into what it does. Hello, Kuwait. With the new Mythic, we don't need to open our keys for the new Mythic at the start of the month. Do you think then we should use our keys or open them after right away, or use them after staking them? What do you mean? After a new update, we don't need to open our keys for the new Mythic at the start of the month. Why would we not need to? Unless they're adding it to Soulforge. I don't think they mentioned anything in the update that mentions Mythics will now be in Soulforge instantly. Is that the case? I didn't see anything about that. Let's see. Though I definitely have enough diamonds that we could have every Mythic ever. I know, there's still a monthly Mythic. I'm not sure what you mean by that. The monthly Mythic is still the exact same it's always been. It hasn't changed. Nothing about Mythics has changed. There's still a Mythic every single first Friday of every single month that you'll have to open a bunch of keys for. It's still the same format as always. We just get another Mythic every 10 weeks now. On top of that. Assuming they do a Mythic each time. They did mention that they might not do a Mythic every single time. But obviously something of value will be on that final tier. If it's not specifically a Mythic. Maybe it'll be like a really good weapon or something. Stop trying to hit our guard's avatar. What Curse Transform option can you use with High King Iron Gut? For this delve, Mirage Queen would be your best option. Alternatively, you can use Possessed King. 1 to 2 would work pretty well if you're talking about this one. I personally prefer Mirage Queen just because of its consistency. Plus, it has some skull spam attach if you need it. Yes. The Mythic that comes out through the pass will come in 3 weeks after the fact. 3 to 4 weeks. Oh, where's our treasure room? Oh, they're both treasure rooms. The new Mythic would be available for free-to-play players. About 3 to 4 weeks after the campaign has ended. It will never be the exclusive Mythic in the drop table, though. But no, it'll be available for free players. It'll just be like a month after the fact. But it will be available for free players, and you'd have to get it specifically in Soulforge. Because I don't believe they're ever doing a week where you can get it in the event key drop, or in the Glory Gem Guild or VIP chest drop table. And even if it did come into the event key drop table, every kingdom has already like a bunch of mythics, and you'll have to compete with other ones. But yeah, getting it is pretty much going to be Soulforge only if you're playing for free, but you can still get it. You just need the diamonds. It's pretty costly trying to get it after the fact, though. Since unlike every other mythic in the game where you can normally just key for it, these you won't be able to. Or at least not as effectively. Compared to the ones that come out the first Friday of every month. Also, we aren't getting a mythic this Friday. It falls on the 31st, if I'm not mistaken, this Friday. Which ends up making it a weird date, where the following mythic will be like the last possible day that it could be. All the way in the 7th of next month. Yeah, Fiendfire is pretty good. It's a purple weapon that I believe is 14 mana cost that curses all enemies. I realized how viable that was a few months ago when I messed with it with a delve. But yeah, it's very effective. If I'm not mistaken, it is the only 4x curse option Hero has. And it's actually not that bad at all. It's still kind of situational. but it's great in hiking Iron Gut teams. Especially when you don't, or if you're restricted into a weird restriction. Because you can use that under any restriction. Since you can use any hero color or weapon. So it doesn't matter what the restriction is. If you can use Guard's Avatar, I mean, if you can use hiking Iron Gut, you can use Fiend Fire. Doesn't matter what the restriction is, as long as you can use Iron Gut. So ends up working out pretty well. Oh, so hello, Corey. Welcome. Gosh, why is it so hot in here? Air conditioner, turn on. Let's see. I'll take that for now. Also, I've gone through a lot of waters today. I think this is like my 5th water bottle. Oh, it's already pretty much empty too. Fail. Another one. What do you think about Wall of Oblivion? It's useless. The only good weapon in Soulforge right now is Doom Scythe. Every other one you just get for collection purposes. However, there is a pretty relevant one for collection purposes. We get a new epic weapon pretty much every single week going forward for the next several dozen weeks. As soon as it's as long as it's one that we haven't gotten already. But it's pretty good. I mean, it's you'd still want to end up picking it up in order to get. Also, why was the message blocked? Why was that message blocked? But gosh, I lost my train of thought completely. But Wall of Oblivion, bad. But you still want to make sure you pick up that epic weapon for collection purposes, most likely. Let's see. I'll throw that down. And let's kill that out. It has double poke, so it should be enough, and it's dead. It takes away Mountain Crusher. Well, it depends what context you're doing in. However, Apothecary is still enough to do all your mana accumulation. I wouldn't really advise it for this restriction, but it can still be good to end up using. Oh, it's not going to be enough damage. What am I doing? Let's go for a big guard there. Does it even matter really if we have alignment? It'll die anyways. Yeah, it's probably misclick. It brings up a lot of menu things whenever you like click on one of them. It's really easy to misclick on it. So is Mirage Queen at 4th spot here? Yeah, that'd be one of the easiest ways to do it. Also, could you use Chief Dagon in another situation to get High King Iron Gut his attack? I wouldn't really advise using Chief Dagon for that purpose. Normally, you just want to spam more. I don't know. I personally find the better method for almost every single instance of Iron Gut to be just spam mana accumulation more and get your attack increased by getting your first Devour. It might take you a few casts, but I find it to be a lot more effective than attack gaining, because most attack gain troops kind of just waste an entire slot, whereas if you just use more mana accumulation, you'd still be able to use that to win out the battle as well. I personally do not care for using stuff like that in that kind of team, because attack gain doesn't really do that well. I don't worry, Jamie. But I can't even remember last time I bothered using attack gain with Iron Gut. I normally can't use like the really good attack gains like Earth's Fury, just because again, it just wastes a whole slot. Almost any attack gaining troop will do that. We're just wasting an entire slot, which is pretty unfortunate. Alright, there we go. Why not use Truffle Team? You're allowed to use Truffle here, yes. Why am I currently not? I believe this is slightly quicker at lower level range than Truffle. I know for sure when it's in the one-shot range it is. If it still is at this point, I'm not sure. But we've already been using it, so we're just going all the way with it. But for the very earlier battles, this is definitely quicker than Truffle. As far as right here, it might still be better than Truffle. Because 2 shots still pretty quick. It's basically like Rowan at this point, as far as how effective it currently is. It's pretty much like using Rowan Team, just under a different form. It might look slightly different, but it's basically just Rowan. Quick kill. Just a different version of it. Since Rowan quick kill can't be used here. Well, it can. You can still use Rowan here. However, the proper mana accumulators for her aren't available. But you still have Mirage Queen, so you could just hunt for green and blues and kind of do it that way. However, she would be slower in this stove compared to how she normally is. I'm surprised that's not full mana. There we go. Is Mirage Queen a single curse? No, it's 4 times curse. Mirage Queen 4 times curses the entire enemy team and converts all greens to Doom Skulls. Also 50% mana starts all elementals, and it has a 33% score reduction. But yes, it does have 4 times curse. It is actually one of the most consistent. Actually, I believe it is the most consistent 4 times curse in the game. Even once we get that new mythic that's going to be coming in about 8 weeks off of campaigns, Mirage Queen might still be considered more consistent, because even though that thing has a 4 times curse off of extra turn, which is technically a 0 turn curse, it doesn't have a 100% chance to do it. Whereas if Mirage Queen casts it, is a 100% chance of 4 times curse. But it's pretty much the most effective 4 times curse in the game, Mirage Queen. And elementals are extremely good in the current state of the game. They keep adding a lot of elemental mythics lately. Has the same problem that like Divines had, where they were like adding like constant divine mythics. But now lately they've been doing constant elemental mythics. Not every single mythic, but a good majority of them have been elemental lately. Over the last year and a half. Which makes elemental get increasingly stronger. It's actually probably the strongest type in the entire game at the current moment in time. The elemental typing. And one of the reasons for that is Mirage Queen. And just the type of synergies that Pure Elemental can have. Because it has all the trolls and stuff like that too, which is pretty helpful. Most notably Farce Troll. There's a few other good ones too. Are there any troops that have immune to curse? Kind of. The only thing that has immune to curse is that one like indestructible trait thing. However, the only player-owned troop that has that currently are the 6 Dooms. The 6 Dooms that you get from Tower of Doom. Those 6 troops are the only thing that is player-owned that has immune to curse. As far as enemies, all Dooms, Zugoth in raids, and all towers and invasions also have immunity to curse. But as far as player-owned is concerned, currently Dooms are the only ones with immune to curse. But yes, curse works on essentially everything in the game as far as player-owned. It's not counting those Dooms. And if you curse plus stun something, it disables every single one of their traits. And pretty much everything in the game can have that done to it. Oh, why did I cast this without having alignment? You always want to make sure you have alignment first, fail. That's why. So how did he get a submerge? Oh, it was from the random extra turn. I was going to say, because he didn't cast yet. It's from that random stats effect that Divinia gives. But yeah, Divinia is still pretty much the strongest random stats effect troop in the game. Positive stats effect. Interesting to see if we ever get something better than it for doing that purpose. Because it's an interesting mechanic that could have a lot of potential. Something that just constantly spams every single good stats effect in the entire game to your team. Divinia is currently the closest for that. Who knows? Maybe we'll eventually get a mythic that every single extra turn you do gives a random stats effect to your entire team. Positive stats effect. Be interesting to see how something like that would pan out. Because if they ever do that for random positive or random negative stats effect, it could be a very potent mythic. Even if its ability and stuff aren't too good. Just because of the kind of potential that that would have. It wouldn't invalidate every single thing that has a stats effect, but they would both become some of the best stats affecting troops in the entire game. If we were ever to get a mechanic like that. Also, I believe this is the last battle we need. Might need like one more after this. But that should be all that we need to get this done. So if anyone still has any questions or anything, let me know. Also, I still need to hand out a code, so let me go do that. I meant to do that a little bit earlier. But we'll go hand it out now, as soon as we finish out this battle. And whatever other battles we need to get in, we will. But I believe that was the final one. Hey, and a level 10 chest to end with. Nice. Any good loot in there? Hopefully. A little mix of everything, which is not what we want to see. We want to be seeing pure shards, ideally. Yep, we already got all the loot. Let's see what we get. Also, I think I have 2 vault keys I need to go open. One from yesterday that I forgot to go open, and one from right now. So we'll go see what those have in them. But first, code. Ah, useless 2 orbs. But at least we got a purple from the 28-day one. Okay, let's go and I'm gonna go get handout code. What would a dream mythic troop be for you? Oh, I have no clue. There's so many mythics I would love to see. I still want a good like anti-mage mythic. I feel like it's a concept that Silent One touched on when the game first started. But I would love to see that mechanic kind of come back. Something that has a really high skull damage while being like anti-casting would be a pretty fun premise. But nothing really does that role. And Silent One doesn't even properly do it these days in the current state of the game. But something along the lines of that would be pretty cool. Though there's a possibility it could become too powerful. Like if something had Curse, Silence, and Mana Drain all in one single thing with like a multi-hit. That could be very, very strong. Let's see, while having like a really high base attack while gaining attack from casting as well. What am I looking for? I'm looking for code. Code. One moment. Why is the page still loading? Load page, load. There we go. Let's see. Grab that, grab that, grab that, grab that. Good to go. Put that all the way at the beginning. Paste that there. Copy the whole thing. And here you guys go. Use this on gemsofwar.com with the game code section. There you guys go. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever your game says in the bottom left corner is what you put in. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just copy and paste the random numbers and letters starting with CLM. And give same reward as always. True treasure maps. 1 gem key. 200 souls and 2,500 gold. If Tacet the Terror ever was a troop in game, I would love for it to be like a almost like an assassin like troop with silence. Like have stealthy on it, have a bunch of silence, definitely 50% mana start because it'd probably be a legend and not a mythic. And stuff like that would end up panning out to be pretty cool. It was something that almost happened. But I don't know, it's something that could be discussed with them into the future. We'll see. See how that goes. Yeah, no problem for the goat, everyone. But if anyone has any other questions, now would be a great time to ask. Otherwise, we'll probably wrap up in the next few minutes. Let's go run through, let's go get our daily Nisha off out of pure luck. Let's go run into Seasons and go kill this out. Let's go run through a set of these so we can go get our Nisha. Then we'll probably call it a wrap. Let's see. Hopefully we get our daily Nisha. Obviously, there's no guarantee we get a Nisha here. Oops, that's not the right team. That's the old Explore 12. Actually, that's going to be dead meta soon. Will there only be one World Lore event thumbnail some weeks? Yes. Because any week that's a Guild War week, Guild Wars will have priority over the World Lore event for the banner. And I don't show the raids or invasion ones anymore. Though I'd still be showing the Tower of Doom ones. But yeah, there's technically only 3 events that would ever have a weekly stream banner now. Well, technically 4. The one is when we don't have any event really. Or, you know, when this kind of just like a standard other stream. Like whenever we do morning streams or stuff like that. But the main ones would end up being whenever we have a Doom, whenever we have a Guild War, and whenever we have a World Lore event. And the priority as far as when we have World Lore event and Guild War simultaneously is that Guild Wars gets prioritized. Also, we could almost lose this. With all your mana accumulation. This battle's going weird. I always use a frontline tank here. Even with it, it still dies out. Without it, it dies even quicker. There's a possibility they would rework a bunch of hero classes. Which means Warden could eventually be considered a war gear. However, as it currently stands, yes, there's no war gear hero class. And we're not getting any more hero classes to the game. So unless they rework it or do something, quite a few will not have a type. The most, the biggest one that doesn't exist right now is Elemental Hero Class. Elemental Hero Class, regardless of any other perks, just the fact that it would have Storm Tree guarantee because of it's an Elemental, would be one of the strongest hero classes in the entire game. And it would be literally the strongest one depending on what actual perks and everything it got. But be interesting to see if that ever becomes a thing. Because it would be exceedingly strong. But it doesn't currently exist. There's some that can count as a partial elemental, like Titan, but it's not actually an elemental. I still need to get more sods from Salty, but I did forget to ask her earlier. Once again, last night I kind of fell asleep pretty quickly, so I didn't get around to it. Apparently she wasn't around anyway, so she wasn't doing her stream and had a migraine and everything. Yes, I read the Terran's World goodbye message. I didn't do it on stream, I don't believe, though. But I did read it. I don't think I went over it on stream, but we can, assuming it's still up there. I'll do it after this battle. I'm pretty sure most people have seen it by now, but I'll go over it real quick, because I actually haven't showed it on stream yet. Let's see, we'll take that. Get a Zugaf. Take that down. What do we even need here? I'll take that skull. One more would kill. Oh, not if it's not burning anymore. I don't know, can we get like a purple surge or something? Let's throw a flamer for red. Actually, I'll take purple. And then that should hopefully be most of our mana, and there's enough red to actually turn that too. Oh, I could take it to 5 times from top though too. Oh, well, we'll just do this, get our guaranteed full mana. And that'll be our Zugaf, and he's dead. Okay, we'll do those last 2 battles in a second. But yeah, let's go and read over the Terran's World thing real quick. So if we go over to this, go over to spreading this, let's see. Put that right over there. Put that right over there. Let's see. Look at the achievements we don't have. 3 of them are time locked by campaigns, which are quite literally impossible to have. And then the other one is this really hard meddling one, which we still haven't done. Yeah, how much progress do we have on it? We have 53 out of 100. Though we have enough to reach at least 60. But anyways, where's Terran's World? Or at least what was Terran's World? But yeah, there's their goodbye message. Let's go read. Hello, friends! I started this game in July 2016. A few months later, joined Hogan's and began writing my first webpage for the guild. 1 year later, I wanted to branch out and make tools for the community. So October 2017 was the beginning of TerransWorld.com. It started off with troop spoilers, chess odds, and guild rankings, as you have all given ideas over the past few years. The page has evolved into a great suite of tools for the community. With great sadness, today, July 27th, 2020, I am shutting down the majority of Terran's World Gems of War utilities. The reason for doing this is mostly about the amount of time it takes to develop, maintain, and update so many tools. With that said, I have decided to keep several of the guild master tools up. I mostly decided this after seeing the development in all areas except this. Important note, a team of developers have joined or has joined up to reproduce most of the utilities that have been shut down. Please join our Discord servers to find out more about these new web-based and bot utilities. And Discord link is right there to go to their Discord for that. But yeah, that's their goodbye message for the website. The biggest issue with getting 15s is Imperial Deeds. Imperial Deeds are a great restricting factor on actually getting maxed kingdoms, because every single kingdom requires 3 Imperials. I also prioritize upgrading them based on which ones are going to have the upcoming faction. The most recent one was Droxzoom. And whatever the next one is will be the one we go to. I do not currently know what next faction is, though. If anyone does know, let me know. I think it can be Dana Mind at this point. That was actually one thing I forgot to check on Terran's World before it went down. Was to see what next delve is. Whenever we get confirmation on what next delve is, we can go and upgrade that kingdom. Though I do believe I have enough Imperials where I can go upgrade one right now if I want to. I just have no clue which one I want to go for. But I believe only one. Unless I go craft all my things into deeds. Which I think we can only create 1 deed right now. Oh, if it's called Tinkertown, it would definitely be Adana then. As for an armor bonus for Owain, we could do it. We have enough that we could just throw it at it. So yeah, let's just do Adana then. How many Imperials do we currently have? Oh yeah, we have enough. Let's just throw it at it. We're fine. Boom, Adana. Plus we still have enough yellow to go into another one. There we go. We got a permanent 1 armor, which is 2 damage for Owain. And 1 durability for every battle. But there we go. But as you can see, Imperials are pretty low. Let's see, how many can we craft? Yeah, I can't even craft 2 Imperials yet. I haven't used my deeds in ages, and I still can't even craft that many. We can craft 1 single Imperial. And that is it. Gosh. But I will be prioritizing those as far as what we'll be crafting from those. But yeah, that means if we count that 1 Imperial we have there, that means we have a total of 5 Imperial right now. Which isn't even enough to upgrade 2 kingdoms. Which is why we still have so many 10s. Because Imperials block us. They said that you would almost be able to have all the kingdoms maxed by the 1 year mark. And Deeds would have been out for a year as of a month and a half from now. I believe they came out early to mid-September of last year. So that's not the case. Maybe they overestimated how many deeds would be in the game. But as it currently stands, I don't think anyone would have every single delve max or every single kingdom max to 15 by the 1 year mark. I think I could potentially have it done by the 1.5 to 2 year mark. But as far as 1 year mark, we would definitely not have every single 1 to 15 by 1 year. Even though we've gotten every single Imperial that we could have ever gotten, not counting money ones. Actually, did they ever sell Imperials for money? I'm not sure. I don't think they did. Maybe they... I'm pretty sure they have at some point. They wanted to cash in on that. But, yeah, the 1 year mark's only a month and a half. It was mid-September, I believe, last year. Was when deeds came into the game. I remember because it's hurricane season, and I had to cover the video in a hotel. If you used money, I think you could have like 1 or 2 more Imperials, but it wasn't that many that they ever had for money. Also, it is possible that you randomly get it off offers. However, I have yet to ever see one off offers. An Imperial deed here. I've seen a total of 0. Not sure why. Just bad luck, I guess. Because I would probably get them whenever I see them there. For only 500 gems, it's probably worth it. Anyways, guys, any other questions? After Magic, which kingdoms should you get to power level 5? Whichever ones you have the most amount of troops for would normally be the best ones to go for. And the main reason for this is they'll be a lot easier to. Just because the more troops you have, the easier it is to upgrade to that point. You'd also want to make sure you already have the legend. Or if you don't already have the legend, make sure it's one that has a faction legend, since those are the easiest to get. But I would say after Magic, you just do the ones that are easiest. It's also pretty easy to do whatever the event week one is, since you can just throw event keys at the event week and pretty much have everything you need for it. So for example, with a week like this, you could just go to event keys, get all your Golvania troops, and probably have Golvania to 5-star pretty easily if you don't already. Let's see. Oh yeah, the videos will be up hopefully tomorrow. I just haven't had time to record them. I should have enough time on tomorrow to do it. I'll be busy on Thursday as well, but I should be able to get them all done on Wednesday. And I'll probably have 1 or 2 of them posted on Wednesday and then the other one posted on Thursday. But event video is not up yet, but we will be doing it, no worries. Obviously, won't be covering dungeons, which we did today, or the delves, because it's already done. Any tips for the best home kingdom? Best home kingdom is always White Helm, and the reason for this is it's between the 3 resources that they give to the amount that they give. Glory is the best, and White Helm is pure glory, so White Helm is always best kingdom, pretty much. Unless one of your other kingdoms have a much higher multiplier. But assuming similar multiplier, White Helm is always the best. You need 7 Celestial Trait Stones for Doom Scythe. How do you get them without crafting? The best way is to spam Explore. Explore has the highest rate for Celestial Trait Stones. It's completely random if you get them. But just spamming Explore over and over again, particularly at higher difficulties, but wherever you can quick kill out would also work, like Explore 3 spam. That's your best way, or Explore 2 spam or something. That's your best way to try to get them. Also, you get one for 50 gems on Sunday. So if you only need one more by then, you could do it by that one there. But your best way is just to spam spam Explore and just hope you get lucky. On average, you will get 1 to 2 Celestials per hour by spamming Explore. However, it is completely luck-based if you do or do not get them. I got a bunch of other trait stones along the way. And a few tokens and stuff. Anyways, I need to go open 2 Volkies, and then we'll probably call it a wrap. They still didn't take these out yet. This is my rowing team. I will do this and see where that leaves us then. Oh yeah, I still didn't change my home kingdom back, did I? I forgot. I should probably go do that. It doesn't make that big a deal. But it adds up. Oh, we only got some diamonds. Fail. And 5 gems. Also, if you get super lucky, a Volky can actually drop you 3 Celestials off the normal gnome. Technically, any normal gnome can. But you have 3 chances for it during a Volky. I wouldn't try getting Celestials that way because it's actually one of their rarest drops, oddly enough. Is a 3 Celestial drop. Off the normal gnome. Treasure gnome. Anything good from our second Volky? Nope. Just a gem key. Gosh. Such horrible drops. And a useless common. The dislike is gone. I don't understand that sometimes. We do have dislikes that we get at like the beginning of the stream and then by the end it's like gone. I'm deleting my dislikes. Anyone who dislikes this video gets deleted. But yeah, I'm not sure why that happens. But it's actually pretty common where we have a dislike or two at the beginning of a video. And then it's gone by the end of the video. I'm not sure why that is. Not the slightest clue why. Unless it's like Bill doing it because I didn't say hello to him. But hello, Bill! But anyways, let me go change my hit kingdom back to White Helm. Yeah, I forgot to do that from when we were farming it the other week. There we go. It's not that big a deal, but it adds up. A little bit extra loot we get from it. Hey, dislike until to say hello. Probably. Anyways, guys, I'm going to head out for now. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be messing around with the World Lore event, which we didn't really get to touch on much today. But, of course, we went over it yesterday, but we'll be doing more of it tomorrow night. Event video will be up very soon, TM. And I have a few other things we'll need to go over, too, as well as campaigns for the week. But anyways, guys, I will catch you guys soon. Hope you have a wonderful week. Stay safe out there. Don't do anything reckless. And, yeah, this Friday we have ourselves the new bounty hunter. Or we have a bounty hunter going. So, that's pretty much everything going on. And Sunday we'll cover Animal Crossing's new update, which is coming on Thursday. But I'll be busy Thursday. So I won't be able to stream it then. But anyways, guys, we'll catch you later. Have a good night. See you soon. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching.